Libra, let's start with your reading. Today, we are going to look into the energies around you at the moment, and then we will take a look into the events coming up for you in the next few months. All right, let's start with your main energy. Okay, I love this message. Your first message today is there's nothing sexier than my authentic truth. This card is truly reminding you that when you try to change who you are or try to control how you appear depending on the situation or depending on other people's expectations of you, you are already losing the game. With this message, we see a situation that it's going to work out in your favor only if you stay true to who you are and what you are expecting from the people and situations around you. Sometimes it's just right to say no or to say enough in order to make space for something much better and something that is going to resonate with your vision and your needs. So let's see what this is all about. Let's see how this message applies to your situation. And let's start with your reading, Libra. Okay. All right. This seems to be a complex message, but right away we can see how this situation here was a situation that really went from extreme happiness, the sun, to disappointment instead, the Three of Swords. There is something in the middle of these two energies that perhaps you did not really account for, and that in a way caught you off guard when you least expected it. Something that created a loss of belief and that perhaps changed everything around you. When you have the sun energy in front of you, you are obviously easily feeling excited, feeling hopeful, feeling as if you're growing and expanding yourself in your environment. And although this is beautiful energy, at times it can blind us, not allowing us to see what's really going on behind it. There has been a first amazing beginning, something that showed a lot of promise of it all, something that made you think this had major potential, made you think that this was the one you were looking for. But what happened next is that you kept seeing the sun, but it wasn't the original energy anymore. Just like when you accidentally stare at the sun, and then you keep seeing it even with your eyes closed. It feels like something was great at the beginning, and then you kept living off of that initial energy until that impression in your eyes fade out. And you might have been left with the reality of things, which is represented by this Three of Swords instead. Realizing that things were actually much different from what they looked like at first. But one thing that I want to point out is that we are connecting a minor arcana with a major arcana. And although the heart might make you feel this Three of Swords as a major energy, it will actually turn out to be just a bump in the road for you. Again, it might not feel like it in the moment, and a lot of time might have even passed between now and then. But in the big scheme of things and considering what's coming up ahead for you, you will realize that this wasn't the end of the road for you. Instead, this created a new beginning that you might not be fully aware about yet, but that soon will be impossible to ignore. Right now, you just need to say no, to let it go, to move away from this, because again, it changes you. And this is not who you are or who you want to be, honestly. Now, in the heart of the reading, we have the Chariot, the Strength, and also this Four of Cups is definitely connecting to these energies right here. What we see, given the Strength card, the first thing that you should work on right now is your self-confidence, Libra. When you come from a situation like the one we just described up here, you might be starting to question your ability to really read people and situations. You might be thinking, why did I let myself believe something that clearly wasn't happening? Why did I keep going when I knew that the writing was on the wall? Right here, we see someone determined who went in this situation regardless of the obstacles, regardless of the issues, and regardless of the red flags. Yes, you might feel like you have let yourself on at times, wanting to believe something that you have eventually realized it wasn't there. But it's also true that you were invested into this connection, and you might have given this person the benefit of the doubt. Now, what's important to see here is that, first of all, you need to make sure that you're listening to your inner voice. We all have it. You have it too. You need to find it and learn how to apply it to your decision making overall. But also with this Four of Cups that we see here, which is connecting to the Strength energy, it's very important for you to not let this disappointment change you. It feels to me that you're not wanting to be vulnerable anymore, wanting to now maybe just have fun without any sort of expectations, saying yes to things and situations that once you would have said no to because they didn't really meet your expectations back then, and they still don't meet your expectations today. Now, with this Four of Cups, you might be blocking emotions, playing games, because that's what people do, then I am going to play in the same game. But especially considering what's about to come next, you want to make sure that nothing is going to change you. And your overall goals should really go unchanged here. You need to make sure that you know the truth. And the truth is that if someone was dumb enough to let you go and create this Three of Swords moment for you, that's their doing. That's their journey. It doesn't have to become yours. Yes, often people with dreams and goals end up being hurt because they put themselves out there on the line. They make themselves vulnerable. And although at times they might fail, at least they're trying. At least they're true to who they are and who they want to be. So, Libra, there is a lot of love coming towards you, a lot of it. And right here, you don't have to be what you don't want to be. Or you might actually miss out on this beautiful incoming energy. As we were saying, this is not the end of the road for you. This was a little bump. What you decide to do with it will determine the rest of the journey for you. And what do we have coming next? We have the Eight of Wands, the Five of Wands reversed, and the Six of Pentacles. Very important message for you here, Libra, especially with this Five of Wands reverse, which is telling you, stop trying. Stop acting like this is a competition where you have to compete for your person's attention and love. You need to move away from people and situations that don't give you what you deserve in a effortless way. If you're asking for what you should already have received, then it's not for you. It's as simple as that. This is the mindset that will take you through a revolution in your life, especially when it comes to your emotional sphere, but not just limited to that actually. When you stop acting like you always have to prove yourself at every move you make, you realize that you're absolutely beautiful. You are who you're meant to be. And when something will work out, it's not because you're coming out as the best of the best, but it's because you have found your perfect match, the person, the situation that was meant for you. We all have those out there. And when we try hard to fit something that just doesn't fit, not only we are making ourselves struggle, but we're also pushing away the ones that instead are good for us. Time to stop giving, Libra. Time to start receiving. And speaking of receiving, look at this beautiful Six of Pentacles right here. When you stop trying, it comes to you with ease. When you just believe that you are exactly where you're meant to be, the world around you will finally start shaping up after your vision. And there is something so beautiful coming up with the Six of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, messages, passion, fire, rewards, opportunities, a new emotional beginning, whatever that is. It's going to last a long time. Long-lasting energy with the Pentacles, definitely. Not anymore wasting your time, resources, and love with people and connections that will take it away and not give anything back to you. You have something really beautiful coming your way. The star energy, a time where you're really going to find yourself once again. A time where your vision, it's going to become reality. So let's start clarifying this incoming energy with the Six of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, and this star as well. Perhaps we have multiple new beginnings, redemption moments, messages that will really make the difference. Overall, events that will finally bring balance back in a situation where you overgave and that now is telling you it's time to receive. So, what are you going to receive in this year ahead? Let's look into it. If you want to dive deeper into the messages, Libra, just follow me in the extended reading link below in the description box. Also, don't forget that every single week, I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended video to offer them a 100% free personal live reading. I send out emails every Monday morning to confirm. Make sure to check out your spam folder as well, please. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Libra. The bridging energy taking us from this current situation to the upcoming events is the Four of Wands. And honestly, the first thing that this card is talking about is an unexpected event which will call for a celebration. This is good news. It's something coming in, a message with the High Priestess, which you were perhaps not expecting. You did not see coming, but that will really make you want to celebrate, have fun, tell your friends, just really share this moment with someone who knows you, who you care about, because you know that this is the beginning of something long lasting. You know, the Four of Wands sometimes, especially when it's reversed, talks about something that in the past got canceled, something that maybe talked about a situation where you got ghosted. There is something that it's rooted in the past that maybe didn't work out back then and that right now is coming back with a positive response. It's coming back because it wants to show you that that wasn't the end of it. That was just a bump in the road. But with the upcoming events, you'll know that the situation is going to transform and going to get to an outcome that is going to be very different from what you are thinking about right now. This is some major beautiful news coming in with all these wands and bringing a lot of passion. What is this about? Let's look into it. Let's start clarifying the Eight of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. The Knight of Wands. Oof, the 10 of Cups and Hermit. Let me do also the 6 of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. This is an opportunity that will come in, something that, as we were saying, it didn't work out in the past, and that right now instead, it's going to start all over and it's going to stay. It's going to develop.